see student trick to find hybridization. So the first trick is hybrid state equal to sp3 minus number of pi bond. sp3 minus number of pi bond. So in this trick what you have to do, you have to this trick is applicable for organic chemistry. This trick is applicable for organic compounds. Like if you have a single pi bond around the carbon, then you think that its hybridization will be sp3 minus 1, that is sp2. If you have 2 pi bond around the carbon, then it will be sp3 minus 2, that is sp. And if you have no pi bond, then it is regarded as sp3. So let's see. So if you have all carbon single bond, then it is sp3. If you have a double bond, then one pi bond comes, so sp3 minus 1 is sp2. And if you have a triple bond, suppose, so triple bond is made up of 2 pi bonds, so sp3 minus 2 is sp. So keep this in mind for organic. So this formula is valid for carbon, oxygen and nitrogen, and this is applicable for organic compound. This is applicable for organic compound. The next trick is total valence electron less than equal to 8. You have to divide by 2. You have to divide by 2, but you must remember the total valence electron for all the elements. So if you divide a number by 2, so if it is in the range of 8, then the maximum that you can get is 4. So in case of 4, you will get the hybridization sp3. You will get the hybridization sp3. So sp3 will be the hybridization. And in case of 3, you will get sp2. In the case of 3, you will get sp2. And in the case of 2, you will get sp. So a number less than equal to 8 when divided by 2 will give you the hybridization of a particular molecule or compound. Now coming to total valence electron in the range of 9 to 56. In the case of 9 to 56, what you have to do, you have to divide by 8. You have to divide by 8, and if there is a remainder, you have to divide by 2. If the hybrid status comes in the range of like 2, then it is sp. If it is 3, then it is sp2. If it is 4, then sp3. If it is 5, then sp3d. If it is 6, then sp3d2. And if it is 7, it is sp3d3, which is a rare type of hybridization. Suppose one example I am saying. Suppose if you have PCl5. So the valence electron in phosphorus is 5 and the valence electron in chlorine is 7. 5 to 35. So this comes to be 40, which is in the range of 9 to 56. So divide by 5, 8. So you will get 5. So the hybridization of phosphorus, that is sp3d, and the shape of the molecule is trigonal bipyramidal. So PCl5, the hybridization is sp3d. It is trigonal bipyramidal with axial bond larger than the equatorial bond. If we suppose want to see for some other molecule, like suppose SF6, the valence electron in sulfur is 6 and fluorine is 7, so 7 6 is 42. So 42 plus 46 is 48, divide by 8, so it will be 6, so it will be sp3d2, and the shape of the molecule will be octahedral. So this way you can find out the hybridization of any molecule. Okay, either ion, cation, anion, anything you can find out. So next example, if I see IF7. So here iodine has 7 and fluorine has also 7, but they are 7 in number, so 7 7 is 49. So this is 56 divided by 8, 87. So it is a rare type of hybridization, sp3d3, and the shape of the molecule is pentagonal bipyramidal. So this way we can find out the hybridization. If you want to find out the hybridization of coordination compound, suppose coordination compound, you have to look for whether the ligands are strong or weak. So that factor also you have to keep in mind. So in presence of a strong ligand, what happens? The inner D can be filled, so it can be like DsP3, D2sp3, like that situation arises. But in case of weak filled ligands, generally the inner is not filled, the outer is filled, so it can be like sp3d, sp3d2, etc. So few examples we can see for coordination compound also. Like hexaamine cobalt 3. Suppose if you see this complex, so cobalt is in 3 plus state here. Cobalt has 27, so 3 is gone, 24. So we'll write the configuration of 24, argon 3d6. That means it has 3d6. And ammonia is a strong filled ligand. So it will fill the 3d6, so it will become like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this electron will be participated by ammonia. So this D2 will be participating, then S will participate 4S, and then 4P will be participating. So D2, so the hybridization of this complex is D2sp3 and the shape of the molecule is octahedral. Shape of the molecule is octahedral and it is a diamagnetic complex because there are no unpaired electrons. There are no unpaired electrons. You can write like this will be occupied by the ammonia lone pair. So this will be the hybridization D2sp3 and the shape of the molecule will be octahedral. It is a diamagnetic complex, very important for your exam. So these are the trick student. I hope you understood. These are the trick that will be really helpful to find out the hybridization of any compound, whether it is organic, inorganic, etc. And this trick is basically meant for carbon, oxygen and nitrogen, where you can find the hybridization by just subtracting the number of pi bonds from sp3. So if 1 pi bond sp2, if 2 pi bond sp, and if there are no pi bond, that means sp3. sp3 is tetrahedral, sp2 is trigonal planar, sp is linear, and sp3d is trigonal bipyramidal, sp3d2 is octahedral, sp3d3 is pentagonal bipyramidal. And you have to keep one thing in mind: when lone pair comes, there is little change in the shape. Like if you have a status of 4 with 1 lone pair and 3 bond pair, then it is pyramidal, like the case of ammonia. Okay, now suppose if you have 2 lone pair and 2 bond pair, the molecule takes the shape of bent. Suppose if you have 4 bond pair and 2 lone pair, the molecule takes the shape of square planar. Suppose if you have 5 bond pair and 1 lone pair, it is square pyramidal. So this way we can find the hybridization and the shape of the molecule by using the VSEPR theory also, which you will use it for find if there are unpaired electron, and this trick will be helpful for finding the hybridization. This is a definite question for your entrance exam, not only for EAMCET, it is also for IIT and NEET. So student, do keep in mind, this is going to be a very important concept. Do remember it before your exam, because your exam is just around the corner. It's starting from February, IIT, and after that you will have your board exam also, and you will have IIT again. So the government has given 4 times IIT, EAMCET is there, so NEET will be coming very soon, the date sheet. So all the very best student, do like my video and subscribe it, and for such type of video you will be getting a lot of values in these videos. Thank you.